So once you're ready to create your event, you can click down to learn about our formats. Let me explain all the different formats that Good Game Sports has to offer. The first one is round robin to single elimination. So you pool all your players into either one pool or multiple pools, and from there you can choose the number of matches that they play. Once they complete all their round robin matches, it'll go to a knockout or single elimination bracket. So you can choose the number of teams that qualify to that single elimination, if they come from different pools, tiebreakers, all that. The next format is very similar, which is round robin to double elimination. So you can have a round robin, very similar to what I described above. And then instead of a single elimination knockout bracket, this will be a double elimination, where each player needs to lose 2 times in order to be knocked out of the bracket. The next one is just a standard double elimination. So you do not need any pool play or round robin. All it's going to have is its seeds, depending on duper or random seeding, whatever you want. And then you're going to have a standard double elimination bracket where, again, you have to lose twice in order to be knocked out. Our next format is our team event. You can think of this as your MLP style event. So this will have teams where you can configure the number of lines per team. All you can do as a host or an admin, and then captains can set their lines with who's going to be playing in their line 1 or first position, second position. Again, as a admin or a host, this is completely configurable. You can choose anywhere between 1 to 10 lines. You're able to choose the number of players, so you can make them singles lines, doubles lines. And just to be clear, when I say a line, it's just the first position or second position on the team. So this will go into a round robin where, again, you can put people into pools or groups. And then if you wish, you can have the top number of teams go into a single elimination knockout bracket. The next thing we have is a king or queen of the court. So this was a custom format where you have round robin in the initial stage where you play with almost everyone in your group. Then if you have, let's say, 16 players, the top half, so the 8 players will go into a winner's knockout to play for the king spot. And then the bottom 8 will go into the bottom 8 single elimination to be the prince or princess of the court. So it is pretty much a 2-step round robin, again, to single elimination, except it splits people into a winner's bracket and a loser's or consolation bracket. But both are single elimination. Round robin, again, this is a very traditional format where you have the same partners. And then what happens is you just choose the number of rounds you'd like to play, and then they just keep rotating. This is great for your, maybe 10-week, 12-week league. Round robin, rotating partners. So again, very similar where you choose the number of weeks or the number of rounds, but in this case, partners rotate every single round. You have the ability to switch people out, make substitutes, all that, but the main idea about this is people are rotating. Switch ladder. So the switch format is, a very common format where you have 4 or 5 players assigned to a group. And what happens is you will play every single person in your group. This is very, very similar to the Court Reserve Flex League, if you're familiar with that. What happens is players will opt in, and then you'll be assigned to a court, and then you will just play with everyone in your court. And you'll rotate all around until you have played with every single person on your court. In this case, you can choose, again, if you want everyone to play with each other once or twice, and then the top 2 teams will move up, and the bottom 2 will move down. You can also choose to make sure that only 1 player moves up and 1 player moves down. So again, this is, not team-based. This is by yourself. This is very similar to what I just described above, except you will stick with the same partner. So again, you're assigned to a group of either 4 or 5 4 or 5 other teams. You'll play everyone in your group, and then the top 2 teams will move up, and the bottom 2 will move down. You can also configure it to have 1 move up and 1 move down. Again, MLP, this is the exact same as the team event that I showed you above, except it already kind of has a preset lineup in the very standard MLP format. Humpty Dumpty, so this is a variation of the ladder format that I described above, except you don't play every single player on your court. You only play one game, again with a random partner, and what happens is if you win, you move up, and if you lose, you stay on that same court or group. What happens in this case, the big difference here is if you lose on the top court, you fall all the way back down to the bottom. Very similar with the Humpty Dumpty team format. So again, if you're with the same partner this time, so there's no random pairings. If you win, you move up. If you lose, you stay on the same court. And again, if you lose on the top court, you'll drop all the way down to the bottom court. Ladder team. Again, this is very, very similar to kind of the different ladders that I'm describing. However, the big difference between this is it's more similar to that switch ladder, except, again, you don't play everyone on your court or in your group. What happens is you stick with the same partner. You're going to play the team that's in your group or on your court. And then if you win, you move up, and if you lose, you move down. So there's no losing and you stay, and there's no losing on the top court. You fall all the way down. This is just your standard up and down. Ladder individual is the same thing that I just described above, except you're going to have a random partner every single time. And that's it. Those are all the different formats of Good Game Sports. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Otherwise, enjoy and happy playing.